William Ruto has his eye on the presidency in next year's contest.
I'm certain and sure about my candidature for the leadership of this country come next year.
Born on the 21st of December 1966 in Kamagut village in the present-day Uasin Gishu County, Ruto attended Kerotet Primary School and then proceeded to Areng Secondary School for his ordinary level education. He then joined Kapsabet Boys High School for his advanced levels. In 1990, he graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Nairobi. This year, he graduated with a Master's in Science degree from the same university. He has represented Eldoret North constituency in the August House since 1997. But what are his chances in next year's presidential contest?
If the contest for the leadership of this country is about performance, about matching what one says and what they do, about changing the country through implementation of programs and initiatives and policies, then I stand the best chance in the country.
I think Ruto's candidature is playful. He is not desperate. He does not need this job, not as much as Kalonzo or as Raila do. So we must take his candidature also as playfully as he is taking it. He is not desperate.
Those who know Ruto well say that it was sheer determination, aggressiveness and tenacity that has brought him where he is today. In his campaigns, he has repeatedly referred to himself as a hustler. A hustler in popular slang is a person who, despite severe challenges, has managed to succeed.
If you look at this contest, there are people with a measure of entitlement, either because of their background, either because of the names they carry, or they've been in politics for 30 years or thereabout. I neither have 30 years experience, nor do I have a big name behind me. I have simply hustled my way to where I am today. I remember I was selling chicken by a railway station in the 1980. Nobody could ever believe that in 2011 I would be among the top 4 presidential contenders in the country. Nobody.
In the Grand Coalition government formed in 2008, Ruto was appointed Agriculture Minister. He is credited with instituting policies for the revival of irrigation schemes in semi-arid areas to boost the country's food security. Despite the enormous success, his ministry was rocked with a multi-million shillings maize scandal that almost cost him his job through a motion of no confidence engineered against him by Kolomani MP Dr. Boni Halwale. His transfer to the Higher Education Ministry was short-lived after his suspension over graft allegations. Though the court cleared him, he was not reinstated to the cabinet after falling out with Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Will his past impact negatively on his presidential ambitions?
The difficulty with the Ruto candidature, though, is that he has a lot of historical baggage. Baggage given to him not necessarily by deliberately, but I think association with Arap Moi, partly, and association with a number of other things make him not look as endearing as he should be. But generally, if he didn't have a baggage, he would be the best candidate for this job, in my view.
In his quest for the presidency, what values does Ruto hold? What does he stand for? And what are his priority policies?
It cannot be business as usual. We cannot do things the way we've done all these years. I will bring to the leadership of this country hard work, selflessness, focused, decisive, firm leadership. That's what Kenya needs.
The Eldoret North lawmaker is among 6 Kenyans facing crimes against humanity allegations at the Hague-based International Criminal Court. He is alleged to have participated in the planning, financing and orchestrating the 2007-2008 post-election skirmishes that claimed an estimated 1,300 lives and left thousands displaced. Could these allegations water down his quest for the country's top job next year?
Kenyans have also got an opportunity to look at the kind of allegations that were made against us. And they are simply ridiculous. As I said before, they can only be possible in a movie.
Ruto is part of an emerging political alliance dubbed the G7. It brings together, among other leaders, Deputy Prime Minister Uhuru Kenyatta, Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, and Saboti MP Eugene Wamalwa, with talk of the alliance nominating one of the leaders to be its flag bearer in next year's presidential contest. What are Ruto's chances?
I do not think my association with Uhuru or Kalonzo or Makwere undermines my candidature. In fact, I think it actually broadens my appeal and my chances.
This time round, if he does not become king, because I doubt that he'll be the prime king mover, in the sense that he will have the Tosha magic, do the magic that Raila had in 2002. Whoever Ruto will say, whoever Tosha, if he says Raila Tosha, Raila will become king. If he says Uhuru Tosha, Raman will become king.
The new constitution has raised the bar for the winning candidate in next year's polls. To be declared president, one must garner more than half of all the votes cast and at least 25% of the votes cast in at least 24 counties. Can Ruto meet this threshold, either individually or even with the support of his allies in the G7 alliance?
I am very clear in my mind that there might be around one with no outright winner, and a decision therefore might have to be made in round 2. It's also clear in my mind that we could as well assemble the necessary wherewithal and alliance to sort out this contest in round 1. Either way, I'm home.
What then are Ruto's key disadvantages as he seeks to become the country's 4th occupant of the house on the hill?
And right now, as we speak, no one can enter into an alliance with Ruto and go to the bank with it. The only time you can bank that alliance is after the first round of elections. So the fact that his word is not bankable, at least in the short run, can also be seen as a drawback in a sense.
The country's next president will be at the heart of implementation of the new constitution that was promulgated in August last year. Ruto was the de facto leader of the Red Team that campaigned against the then proposed new constitution ahead of the August referendum. If his presidential ambitions become successful, how will he implement a constitution he opposed?
There wasn't really a divide that big between the people who voted yes and voted no. The people who voted no wanted amendments so that the constitution could be passed. The people who voted yes said, let us pass the constitution, we can amend later. The process of amending the constitution is already underway. So anybody who will try and use the referendum debate in the last referendum is clearly missing the point.
With the presidential contest a year away, William Ruto, a father of 5, says his presidential campaign is on course. But can he hustle his way to State House? Only the Kenyan electorate can determine. Francis Gashuri for the Countdown 2012 series.